Dave and I met in high school. We both went to Essex High School. He was just a very kind guy, very good looking. We got engaged in the spring, and then we got married in June. And in December, they discovered that I had a cyst on my ovary that was quite large. And I had surgery to remove the ovary. And that's when I had the reaction. They packed me with ice, but my temperature was so high. They said 113, but they said it was even higher than that, but that's as high as the thermometer went. At that time, only 45 people in the entire world that had survived a reaction to the malign hyperthermia. With malign hyperthermia, there's a 50% chance that your children will have it. And I was really petrified because of what I had gone through to have my kids go through that. That was how we started to think about adoption. We contacted Children's Aid Society and applied to adopt. Our social worker called us, and there was a baby available. And they asked us at the time if we would consider adopting older children. And we said sure. We thought it would happen down the road. There was a sibling group, a brother and sister. So we went from no kids to 3 in 1 year. 3 kids, and we wanted a second baby. Our daughter Deirdre came along. She was 3 months old. 4 children total. Our family was complete, so we thought. About 2 years later, we got a call from the agency one day. Chatham-Kent had 7 biracial babies, and they were considered hard to place. So of course we said yes. So then Deborah came along. Deborah had a half-brother. Well, again, how can you say no? And so he came along, and once again we were done. We had 6 children. Devin had 2 full siblings. And then we were 8. 8 was enough. During the adoption process, that was when Dave was diagnosed with chronic pancreatitis and was very ill, but he still was a really good dad. I always tease Dave, with our family and all the craziness, one thing we've never got is the phone call, "Can I move back home and I'm pregnant?" Well, we got that call. Ashley called, and she was pregnant with twins. Her pregnancy went along fairly well, and then Dave took her the next day for the ultrasound. There was no heartbeat. The one baby had died, so he wanted her to get to a specialist. And so she was born emergency C-section. It was hard for Ashley. She was seeing a psychiatrist. He diagnosed her with bipolar and said, "Could you look after the baby till your daughter gets on her feet?" And we got first joint custody and then full custody of her. That's how Layla ended up moving in with us. Dave had that chronic pancreatitis for 40 years. And it was a hard life for him, but he made the most of it and was still a really good guy. When the 2 doctors came in, Dave just flat out said, "How long do I have?" And Dr. Madison, who was the palliative doctor, the pain specialist, said about 2 weeks. And he died 2 weeks to the day. It's so weird to have 40 years of him being ill, but then it happened so quickly, and there wasn't time. I didn't know how to pump gas. I didn't know how to put air in tires. There was no chance to ask him anything like that. It's really hard after being a couple for so many years to be single. So that's what I'm trying to find is what's my purpose now? Because I spent so many years with Dave and raising kids and then raising Layla, and all of a sudden it's what do I do now? I've started going to a small church here, and the pastor's really good. He's met with me a couple of times. He said, it doesn't matter how old you are, the Lord can still use you. And I kept thinking maybe there's some kind of a purpose. I look back and I think, how did I ever do all that? But I think the Lord obviously gave me the energy that I needed, because it was almost superhuman sometimes. There's nothing that really I would change. We really came to believe that we were raising the children the Lord wanted us to raise. What I would say to my younger self would be, don't be so worried about the stuff and the rat race. Like, just slow down and enjoy the moment, because you don't know how many more moments you're going to have, and love the people that are around you.